Hey guys, this is Kevin with Watchhimtrade.com. Today's date is April 12th, 2015. This is going to be a video chart on GPRO, GoPro Incorporated, well-known stock. And GoPro is maybe trying to bust loose to the upside for the first time in a long time. You can see a very clear downtrend here off of what was an all-time high in the stock, and then you've had a lot of mini downtrends since, but you did kind of make a higher high, and like I said, it's the first time in a long time that GoPro has showed some upside here. If you look, you can see we're getting above 45 bucks, and 45 bucks to me is an important level, because if you can get above 45, then you start being closer to 50 than you are to 40, and the closer you are to 50, to me, the better it is for the upside trade, because that level could start acting as a magnet. So that's first. But secondly, 45 saw a lot of price action in February when the stock traded huge volume in reaction to its earnings report. You could see this is the gap down. The exact dates on that was February 5th, reported earnings after hours. Next day, gap down huge, over 10%, and closed down near 47. Next day after that came to around 45, based around 45, and then had a big move up on February 17th, going from 45 up to 50, and at this point, here on February 17th, looked like, okay, maybe she's got a bottom in place, but then the next day on February 18th, right back down to 45 bucks, and has basically been below 45 bucks ever since. But like I said, Friday closed above 45. And now, very simple setup on GoPro. If you stay above 45, you are going higher. If you stay below 45, you are not out of the woods, and you can go back down towards that low near 40 bucks and 38s or so. So simple over under 45 setup. You do have earnings coming up in a couple of weeks, and that reaction will be important to me. If you can come away from earnings above 50 bucks, GoPro starts to look pretty good on a longer term basis. What I like about GoPro's potential is, my personal feeling is that if she does start rallying, people will remember the awesome rally she made when she first IPO'd, going from 45 up to nearly 100 bucks. And the market loves nothing more than when a high-flying stock gets killed and then starts rallying again. If you think back to Netflix years and years ago, this stock went from 40 bucks to 300 bucks, got absolutely killed, went down to 60 bucks in 2011 or 2012, I believe, maybe a little bit later. And now we all know Netflix is a $450 stock. But once Netflix started rallying again, it was just like a monster. You couldn't hold it down. And that's the example I always think of when I see a chart like this with a stock that made a parabolic move up and then has given it all back, and maybe if she starts rallying again, has potential to start rallying very strongly. I'm not saying she's going back to 100, but if you get above 50 bucks, it opens up big time towards that $60 to $70 range, in my view, on GoPro. But first things first, watch 45, then we could talk about 50. If you're never getting above 50, then it doesn't really matter about the upside potential, because it just won't happen longer term as long as the stock is below 50 bucks, and in the near term below 45, she can sell back off.